As we talked on Sunday about being for life and looking at how God created us in His image. And then he talks about the plan for mankind, that we're to be fruitful and multiply, that we're to reproduce after ourselves and to fill the earth. And it led me to thinking, what are we reproducing? See, we reproduce what we are. And so so in our life, what are the things that we're known for? Are we known for being grumpy and cantankerous? Are we known for being joyful, loving, and kind? What is it that we are known for? Because see, what we are known for, we reproduce. We reproduce what we are. And so if we are made in the image of God. We believe that those of us who are believers, that we are disciples of Jesus. And so are we reproducing after ourselves? Are we reproducing other disciples in our family, in our house, in our circle of influence? Are we reproducing what we are? You see, Jesus said before he left to go back to heaven, he looked at his disciples and said, "This command I give you, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And I'll be with you always to the very end of the age." He told us to go into the world to do this, that he gave us, that he had the authority to send us out. And he told that to his disciples, who passed that on to a generation, who passed on to the next generation. They reproduced after themselves, and here we are. In this day and age, in this time, the baton has been passed to us. Each generation has reproduced after themselves. People who love Jesus and follow Jesus. And what are we doing the same? Are we reproducing others who love Jesus? Are we willing to talk to those who don't yet have a relationship with Jesus and help them come to faith, help them come to know Him? See, that's what we've been charged to do. As we've been the commission we've been given in this day, at this time, because of the relationship we have with Jesus. So how do we reproduce after ourselves? How do we do these things? First we have to share what we know. So there's some knowledge to it. So what do we know about Jesus? What do we know about His life, His mission? What do we know about the gospel? And Jesus came to die for us because our sin has separated us from God. It's pretty simple. We've all done things wrong. We've all found ourselves making mistakes. It's kind of common human experience. As the philosophers have said, to err is human, right? But to forgive is divine. So forgiveness comes from the Father through Jesus and His death on the cross. That's what we know. But how is that changing our life? Do we agree? Do we follow? Do we obey that? Do we live that out? Has our relationship with Jesus, has it made a difference in our life? And if so, how is that reproducing itself in us and through us in the lives of others? Because if all we do, if we hold on to the gospel as only for ourselves, we aren't living out what God has asked us to do. He said, be fruitful and multiply. And not just physically, but also spiritually, as we share the good news of Jesus with others. Hey guys, I love you. I'm praying for you, and I hope that we get to reproduce the gospel through us in the lives of others so that they too can come to know Jesus. Love you. See you soon.